welcome to my channel. For those of you who are visiting for the first time, welcome. I hope this video is helpful to you. And for any returners, welcome back. So as you can see by the title of this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how to paint vaulted walls. So before I get into sharing the supplies that you need and also the how-to, I just want to share a quick story of why in the world I decided to paint my vaulted walls myself. So I purchased my home right in the middle of a pandemic, and I was actually surprised that there were still contractors out there going to homes. But every contractor that I called was not accepting any job for less than $1,000. I was making my budget and I didn't want to pay $1,000 or more. I was shooting for somewhere under $1,000. So I just decided, hey, why not do it myself just like I do everything else? So I'm going to be sharing with you the supplies that you will need to paint your own vaulted ceilings. It's super inexpensive. It saved me so much money. Yes, it is going to take some time, but it saved me a lot of money. If you're like me, I am afraid of heights and I don't really like to get on ladders. I don't like those wobbly ladders, but I was able to find the right tools and the supplies that allowed me to feel safe and to feel stable as I was painting. If there's anyone out there who, like me, you're afraid of heights and you're kind of a little nervous about getting up on a ladder, no worries. I found the best ladder ever. I was not afraid. I felt supported. I didn't feel wobbly, and it just changed the game. But what you need to paint your vaulted ceilings is, of course, a ladder. And this right here, it is amazing. I'm gonna zoom out so I can share with you a little bit about this fabulous ladder that is just, I'm just in love, you guys. It has compartments and it's just awesome. So I'm going to zoom back so I can share more details about this ladder. All right, so this right here, and I had to write it down because it's too much for me to remember and I want to make sure you get all the juicy information. This right here, and I didn't know that they made it, but you know how they have Gorilla Glue? Well, they have something called a Gorilla Ladder. You guys, this is the best thing that has ever happened to me, just about. So this is the Gorilla Ladder. It is 5.5 feet aluminum dual platform, heavy duty hybrid ladder, okay? This can go up to 10 feet and it can hold up to 300 pounds. And it also has a project bucket, which is removable. This ladder was only $69.98 at Home Depot. And it's just amazing. It's like perfect for projects. If you're by yourself, it prevents you from going up and down and grabbing things. It's just amazing. If you are someone who's afraid of heights or you just really want something sturdy and worth your money, I would definitely suggest the Gorilla Ladder. All right, so it's gonna sound like I'm yelling, and it's probably because I am. The sound on this camera is not the greatest, and I haven't purchased one of those sound microphone things yet. So I'm going to show you just how sturdy this ladder is. Again, I'm afraid of heights. I never liked getting on ladders. And this is not the tallest ladder, but even so, I'd be afraid to get on the ladder to reach as high as I needed to. So on this ladder, I felt very comfortable leaning and doing work. Okay. I was able to free up my two hands. And then up here, I was able to put all the tools that I needed, my paints, and everything that I needed to use while I was painting my ceilings. So I just wanted to give you guys a close-up so you can see it has the rubber footings. It's a nice, heavy-duty, sturdy aluminum. Okay, it has the steps by Gorilla Ladders. Okay, and when you walk up the ladder, you can place things here. So like if you don't need it as high, you could put a bucket here. It has this compartment for tools and other objects. It has your utility bucket, which you can also place things inside of. The next thing you're going to need is an extension pole. This one reaches 4 to 8 feet, and it was about $25 at Home Depot. What you do is you just press this button in here, and then it pretty much goes out and it extends up to 8 feet tall. And I'm going to bring you guys closer so you can see exactamente what I'm talking about. All right, so this one is the Worcester extension pole by Sherlock. and it reaches up to 4 to 8 feet. And right here on the handle, there's like that little button that you would press. So what you would do is you would press this in, this right here, and then you would slide it up. And in every hole, it's gonna click shut. It clicks, and you would just continue doing that until you've reached the height that you desire. If you're not someone who likes heights, the really great thing about the combination of this really sturdy gorilla ladder and the extension pole is that you don't really need to go that high on your ladder because the extension pole makes up for it. So for example, I'm just gonna show you. So I don't have to go fully to the top. This right here would be to the top. You don't necessarily have to use that. You can go down to the next step and kind of lean your body. And this extension pole, I'm gonna put it to the furthest reach, and this is where it reaches the furthest. You can see that it reaches all the way, almost to that corner, but I really don't need a ladder any higher than this, okay? It allows me to reach to the highest parts of my vaulted walls. The next thing you need, which is also very important, is the lockjaw tool holder, okay? And this piece is what you're going to be using to do the little corner details, like the slanted edges of your vaulted walls. You cannot use the rollers to do that. So what you would do is you would take this attachment, and this is only about $8 at Home Depot, and you would just screw it on, attach it to the end of your extension pole. Okay. So is you would insert this into your lockjaw, and then you would screw it tight so that you're able to paint the corners. So I'm going to twist it tighter. All right. So that you're able to paint the corners of your ceiling. Okay, and I want to bring the camera closer so you can see. All right, so this is a piece here. I have already screwed in my paintbrush, but I'm just gonna unscrew it so you can see again how it works. So you would just turn this piece here. And again, I'm trying to do this with one hand, so bear with me. All right, so now it loosened it up and I can just slide out. So I could just slide out my paintbrush. I take my paintbrush, I'm going to slide it in, and you can turn it to whichever angle your wall is going. So this is like the high tip point. So if I'm doing like the edge of my vaulted ceiling, that's probably the direction I want it to go. You would put it in, and then you would just screw this, and that is going to tighten, it's gonna tighten the grip of the paintbrush. There we go, nice and tight, so that when you're painting, it's not slipping and sliding all around. And I'm gonna get up on the ladder again so I can just show you how well this actually works. So now that I have my paintbrush and my attachment on my extension pole, you can just go up now. And it's at the angle. Oh, I gotta extend my pole. All right, I don't even think that's the highest. Watch your windows, let it goes. And you can pretty much just paint the edges just like that. Okay, and that's how I did it. It does take a steady hand and it does take time. Don't get frustrated. Keep at it. It's definitely doable. I would suggest doing all the trimming, like all the inner corner details first with the paintbrush, because then what you can do is once you've got, that's really the hardest part, once you have that out the way and you want to do like two coats of paint, usually. Once you've got the detail part out the way, you can just remove the paintbrush, remove the lockjaw, and then you can go ahead and you can just attach the small roller to your extension pole or the large roller, depending on what part of the wall you're going to be painting. Something else that really came in handy is this fabulous handy paint pail. And it's really comfortable, it's really lightweight, it has a rubber handle, okay? And it was only like $10 at Home Depot, and it has these inserts here. All right, so this right here has a magnetic piece, and let's say you're done painting or you get a phone call and you have to step down and you don't want the paintbrush to go completely inside, maybe it's full, you would just take it and lean it right against, and it's holding the paintbrush in place so that it doesn't drop down into your paint. Alright, so for sections of your wall that you don't necessarily need the extension pole yet, such as this vaulted section here and even the top of your wall here where the ceiling meets the wall, you can easily just use your handy paint pail and your paintbrush, and you're able to reach everything easily. If your ladder, if you have the Gorilla ladder that has like the utility bucket, you can just place it in, and it's very easy to do the corners. You can just step up if you need to, and it's very simple to do, and you would just do this section right over here. Okay? Well, that is it for this video, you guys. I hope that this video was helpful to you. If it was, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you're interested in seeing more DIYs and how-tos and decorating videos, I'm also going to throw some cooking videos in there and some shopping videos. Be sure to subscribe before you leave. If you purchase any of these materials to paint your vaulted ceilings, please comment below and let me know how it worked for you. That's all for today, you guys. Stay safe, stay blessed, and until next time. Ciao.